Ole Rybacek was the chief of staff to former Ukrainian President Viktor Yushchenko and the vice premier for European integration. He is currently the chair of the NGO Centre UA. We spoke about the push to seek justice for the victims.
Well, it is carefully watched and gratefully watched in Ukraine. It's in our top news when your prime minister or your minister of foreign affairs comments on that issue. Ukrainian delegation today left for New York, trying to make sure to support the proposal of, I guess, 5 countries to create this international court. So it's there. We are on the same page as they say. It really draws huge public attention. We would like to get justice as well. And we noticed that your Minister of Foreign Affairs a few days ago tried to convince President Putin not to veto that resolution. But I personally am very skeptical. Looks like Russia is going to block it.
Well, the foreign minister has said it's going to create some kind of international manipulation and very bad reaction to Russia. That kind of doesn't make any sense, does it?
We've been, the whole world is in romantic love with Russia, specifically Ukrainians. So it's like, looks like, oh, out of the blue sky here is some artificial creation of the problem. They must be joking, those Russians. The kind of reputation Russia is facing today needs something very different from trying to blame the rest of the world of being hostile to Russia.
So often Vladimir Putin is playing, though, to his domestic audience. It surprised me to learn that, in fact, most Russians would support a tribunal of some sort.
Yeah, 42% of them are badly sure it was done by those Ukrainian Nazis and fascists and by Ukrainians. So I don't know how Russian propaganda is playing this game. At one hand, convincing their own people that it was done by Ukraine. At other hand, blocking the creation of establishment of international investigating body. But, well, they trap themselves.
Now, if you say, as you expect, potentially Russia will veto this move in the United Nations, is there any other way to get a tribunal to investigate this and bring people to justice possible?
Well, that was also publicly discussed, and we have a formal commentaries from our envoy to United Nations, our ambassador Sergeyev, and our Minister of Foreign Affairs, that there would be Plan B. That if Russia would try to demonstrate that National Security Council is blocked by a country who actually is an aggressor, then there are a couple of scenarios. One of scenarios could be that this issue could be brought to General Assembly of the United Nations, but there is other scenario where the country can use their own jurisdiction to pursue justice. And here's a serious problem, because I know Netherlands very, I wouldn't say intimately, but I know their mentality, because in 90s when we got independence, Netherlands had our executive director in our constituency group with IMF and World Bank. One of the reasons why we've chosen them, because they have international reputation of being very strong defenders and seekers for justice. They hate when somebody big and is it USA or Russia specifically, or Soviet Union? They hate when these great powers try to behave in threatening way to justice. Therefore, I am pretty confident that when the Netherlandish government is saying we will get it, we will find justice, there will be a court, then there will be a court.
And how important, you talked about the headlines in Ukraine, how important is it for closure, given this is an issue and an ongoing conflict that continues to really cause quite a lot of difficulty for the country?
Yeah, well, you know how Russians play this game. They fabricated documents. They have shown some Ukrainian airplane rocketing passenger line. They created so many fairy tales that they now probably wouldn't be able to tell themselves what happened. But this need of justice, seek of justice, and specifically solidarity, which we feel with countries like Australia, by the way, I wanted to thank you. I was very positively, and not only myself, but Ukrainian public opinion very positively watched how you've been hosting G20 when Putin came there in the capacity already of aggressor, how your prime minister commented, how your minister of foreign affairs comments what happens in Ukraine. And we know that you are pursuing justice, something we are also interested in, but solidarity for us now is extremely valuable.
Ole, great to get your insights. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.